All right, what's going on, family? This is Paul McMillan II, and welcome to another backtesting session. So this backtesting session is based off of a live market trade. It was a sell trade that I did on NAS100 this morning. As you can see, NAS seriously sold. I mean, look at this. This is insane. It really sold today. I didn't get all of this. I got enough to make a $46 profit. I'll show you guys that proof at the end of this session, but I'm going to show you how I actually came to the conclusion that price was going to drop. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to activate my replay tool here. And I want to say that I started getting into the market, I want to say, I believe it's around here. I think it was even right here. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. So let me go ahead and auto save, and then I'm going to basically show you how I marked up the charts, and then also how I got to this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase everything that I've drawn up, all right? And I'm going to turn off all my indicators. So we're going to start with the naked chart first, all right? And then we're going to start marking up market structure from the 15-minute time frame to the 4-hour time frame. So let me pause this recording. I'm going to go all the way back in price as far back as possible. All right, so as you can see, this is as far back as price went. So the first thing I did is put a vertical line here. And then I started marking up my market structure. And I do that off of areas where a lot of liquidity is gathered that causes huge moves by the institutions, which results in imbalance in price. Trying to change this to yellow and it's not changing. Why is that? Hold on for a second, guys. Let me pause this recording. Okay, for some reason I can't change the color of my horizontal lines, but that's fine. So basically I mark it up based off of price liquidity. Let's try the next one here, and then up to here. All right, and then basically I draw my zones on these areas as well. So I'm going to try to change this to yellow. Why these aren't changing, but it's okay. To the back testing session. Basically, I marked up my market structure in my zones, and basically I do this on the the 15-minute time frame all the way to the 30-minute. Pretty much all I do. All right. So now I did that. So then we're going to move on to the 30-minute. Same old thing. Go back in price where I marked up the last lines there, so we can see that I did that all the way up to this point here. So now, put that there. Another horizontal line here. So as you can see, I marked all of that up. Get these down here as well. Do that here. Do that down here. Then I move to the 1 hour time frame. Same exact thing. So I would put horizontal line here. Then go to the 4 hour. And you can see that this is current price here. So then, well, actually, let me go back to the 1 hour. I got one more thing. With the 1 hour, I'll put another horizontal line right up in here. Then go to the 4 hour. And then it's going to be another horizontal line down here. All right. And once I've done that, and I go back to the 15-minute time frame, and that's when I figured out, you know, the trend in the market, which at the current point, price was trending downward. So I drew a trend line. So what I want to do is I want to go all the way back to when I drew up everything, and then I'm going to basically explain how I analyzed my sniper entry. Let me pause this recording until I do that. All right, so as you can see, this is where I had everything drawn up. There we go. Hold on for a second. Let me pause this recording until the internet clears up. Okay, I'm back, so hopefully we're good now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all my indicators off. That way I can analyze how I drew this. So the first thing I did was once I marked up market structure from the 15-minute to the 4 hour time frame, then I basically figured out what the overall trend was. And I concluded that it was bearish. You can see lower low, lower highs formed here, huge bearish move here. And it looked like it was forming a bearish move at this point as well. Matter of fact, I want to say I actually, by the time I got done marking up this chart, this bearish candle wasn't even there. But I'm going to show you how I got in. So I identified the trend first. I concluded that it was bearish. So I drew a little note here that said bearish trend line here. That's my trend line. So the very next thing that I also did as well was locate the order blocks. So then I turned on, I'm sorry. I actually turned on my higher high, lower low strategy indicator. So originally I had my X factor break and retest lines up to here at that point. So I did that originally to see which way price would break and retest. But then as time went on, then I decided to move those break and retests because price was in a different spot before the 930 bell. So then originally my lines were here. Then the next thing I did was locate the order blocks. And I concluded that price was going to go bearish because I said to myself, I said, they already mitigated half of this imbalance move here, but they still have an imbalance move here that they have to sell off and all the way down here. So I knew there was a very high possibility that price would sell, even though I knew it's a possibility that they could have bought price up and covered this imbalance and create a new all-time high and then sell it down. I knew that was a possibility as well, but something told me it was going to go bearish. And then the very next thing I did as well was I turned on the order block finder on this indicator. But that gives me another extra confirmation. And at this point, you can see that there was an order block that was initiated in these areas, which caused price to go down, and there was another one in this area as well. So I said, you know what, price is probably more likely going to sell. It's probably going to jump up here and grab all the liquidity and then just sell down. So that was another confirmation for me to put to just expect it to really sell more than buy at this point. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. And so then at this point, what I did was, now that I located the order blocks, I went on ahead and set my take profits, zones, take profit points, my risk to reward tools, all of that, set my alarms. And then of course, I turned on the Delorean EMA indicator as my extra confirmation. So then I sat on my hands and wait. Crazy enough, price actually sold way before the 9:30 bell. And at first I was a little bit hesitant on selling, but price sold so much to the point where I just had to get in and take the opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my phone to show you the results. When I show my phone screen, you'll see it. There we go. So I'm going to show you what price did. So push down, price immediately formed a banker's candle and started to push down. And at this point, I said to myself, I said, I'm not going to get in. I need to wait for that break and retest. And I need to wait for the 9:30 bell. But then price started pushing up. So I definitely didn't get in. I said, okay, they're probably going to maybe come back and grab more liquidity up here and then push it down. Crazy enough, price started pushing down and it got to this point. And at first I was very hesitant to get in because I said, man, it's not the 9:30 bell yet. Price got to this point. I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just sell. Okay. So I went in for the sell and price pretty much pushed down. And I was at $30 profit then. And then eventually I got to $46 in profit. I believe I got to $46 profit at this point, I believe. I could be wrong. Can't necessarily remember. But then by the time when price kind of got down to here, I think that's why profited and jumped out. But now price wasn't done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the beginning once again, and I'm going to show you how hard price sold, which lets you know that my analysis was correct. So let me play the play button here. Boom, boom. Came back, mitigated that area, came down, and came all the way down, mitigated all this area. See that? Still sold down, still sold down, still sold down. That was a huge sell. That's insane. So my analysis was correct. So we definitely won that trade, even though we got out, made our profit. We would have stayed in, that would have been a huge intraday move here. So now what I'm going to do is just share my phone screen and show you the proof that I profited in my live account. So let me share my phone screen here. Not allow me to do it this way. Let me try something real quick. Let me pause this recording. Be right back.